Good morning, Aquarius. Good afternoon, good night, wherever you guys are in the world, whatever time it is, where you're at. Aquarius or Aquarius cross-watcher, this is your message. All right, so somebody's wondering, you're going to see me doing this because I just had to break up a cat fight, literally a cat fight. So there's cat hair all over me. Ooh. So it's like all over me. It gets in my lip gloss. But I love them, you know, damn it. I love them. Oh, that's it. See, I got part of this in the Aries message. So, but anyway, what was I getting right when I clicked your video? Like maybe someone knows that something's over with you. They feel it. You've made it very clear. Or maybe you've just been quiet. Maybe you didn't have to verbally say anything, but the way that you pulled away, walked away, left, whatever, is loud. If you got silent on somebody, it's like your silence is loud. It's like, okay, I gotcha. And they could have been a little proud. I'm so sorry. They could have been a little proud about this at first, like a little cocky about it, like, oh, fine, you know, whatever. But no, it's bothering them. Somebody's acting like something don't bother them, or you may feel that someone they didn't really even care, but they do. They do. It's definitely bothering them. Like how they're coming off is not how they actually feel, you know. They don't want to stop you. They know they can't stop you. They don't want to, I think they don't know what to do with you at this point. If this resonates, it could be reversed, but someone here just doesn't know what to do. So they've just been like, okay, I'm just going to let you do your own thing. I know that it's over now. This is over. If it's a newer connection, something's happened, or somehow they can tell, they know that you're not interested in them anymore, or at all. I feel like there's a part of them that still feels tugged and tethered to you somehow, even a new connection. Could have been like an instant attraction or instant connection, but it's like I still feel very much connected to you, and I think that you are still connected to me in some way. It's like they can sense this, right? But they also know that you have the strength enough to completely walk away. Now what's happening is I think they're getting in some arguments where they're at. I don't know who it's with. Could be more than one person, but they're... You ever been like, okay, how do I put this? You ever been just not having a good day, and people just, their little things, whatever it is, maybe they're bitching about something that doesn't really matter, but you know, you just had a conversation with someone earlier who found out their kid has got cancer. You see what I'm saying? And then you're like, well, you shut the fuck up. You know, like it goes to that level where, no, maybe you don't say it, but you're thinking like your shit is so minute. Like you're mad because you got your food late from McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Where there's like real shit going on in the world. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like you ever had that happen? It's kind of that energy here where whoever this person is, oh man, I don't know, they have a soul tie to you. It feels like a soul tie. Like it's deep, guys. This isn't a surface level thing. Like it's very, very deep. But the way that they came off and the way that they treated you wasn't really as if they felt it as strongly as they did. But they do. And right now, I would say there's probably no communication, if any, very little. But I don't think there is any communication. And again, they have short fuse with the people that they're around. They almost need a break from them. They need a break from their environment, from even people at work, people that deal with them on a daily, from business or even in the home. Because I don't think this is somebody who wants you to feel that way, is kind of what I'm getting. Like they don't want you to feel left out. They don't want you to feel like they didn't care or they don't care. They don't want you to feel that they don't love you. They want you to know that you're important. You know, it's something along those lines. Again, this could be reversed, but what did I say at first? That I had to break up a cat fight. Why do I get the sense that someone wants to, like, run away? I've got to get away. They can't sleep at night. Yeah. There's a woman, I'm hearing. There's a woman in this person's environment. I don't know if it's a mom, if it's a sister, or if it's like a best friend who feels like she's very opinionated. I don't know if it's a current partner. There's a woman somewhere in someone's life who they're a little too comfortable with their opinions on this person and their life and the people that they involve themselves with. And you happen to be one of those people. And maybe this person's been a little opinionated about you. If it hasn't been actually about you, they're just opinionated in every aspect of this person's life. And this may be someone who is going to stand up to this person, or has been, and they've been getting in fights, or they will in the near future. Or they may realize that somebody being in their environment is just really toxic. And they want to get away from this person for a little bit. Like, the vibe in yours is, I don't want you to feel I don't love you. I don't want you to think I don't care. I don't want you to feel left out, or like you're not good enough, or that you're alone in this world. I don't want anyone to feel that way. I don't want anyone to feel that way. This would be like somebody who always takes it for like the underdog or whatever. I'm not saying you're the underdog, but it's just like somebody, they can't and they won't allow it, is what I'm hearing. Oh, damn. It's like a teacher vibe. Like, you know, you see bullying or something, you stop it. I don't know what this is. Like, maybe even they've heard people like joke and talk and make little snarky comments about you. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Something's happening where they're at, but you're not around to hear it or see it. And this is someone who's like, you will stop. Or it's like pushing this person away from these individuals, especially this feminine energy who's very opinionated. It's like whoever this is sees who you really are. And they're not going to stand, I'm hearing I won't stand for it. They're not going to stand for you being judged the way that you've been. They're not going to stand for you being picked on. Now, if you haven't been, even if you don't know about it, and it's been going on behind your back. If you haven't been, and this isn't like anyone that knows this individual is doing these things against you or saying things against you, it's their cattiness themselves, like little things they talk about. This person's like, wow, I really am around a whole bunch of shallow fucking people. When Aquarius or Crosswatcher is definitely not that way. Like, they're seeing your value more by comparing you to the people in their environment. They're definitely comparing you. You're not involved in the drama. You're not gossiping about people. You're not trying to belittle people and break them down so that you can build up stronger and better, make you look better, because you're intentionally targeting people and saying that you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to harm anyone. You're actually growing. Like, the people that they're around are growing financially. They may all have a whole lot of nice things, right? And maybe on the outside, you don't. Maybe you don't have the things that these people have. But spiritually, you're running fucking marathons around these people. And it's like, I don't know what you think you're going to take to the maker when you die. But I'm taking my soul, because they're not going to judge me by the shit that I acquired on this earth, right? I'm going to be judged by who the fuck I am. And this is someone who sees that in you. Like, you may be changing someone's entire perspective. You may even be causing someone to have an awakening here. I hope this is making sense. I feel like this isn't going to resonate with everyone, and it could also be reversed. But this is what I'm getting. Like, somebody's seeing the people that they have in their environment in all areas are morally corrupt compared to you. They may even be people who think that they're morally sound. Some of them, they may even, with the same tongue they praise God or Jesus, practice things that are the opposite of God energy. Maybe they gossip all the time about other people. Maybe they have certain addictions and things. And while they're doing all this and praising God or whatever, some of them, you're actually living it. You're living it. You're going through the dark night of the soul. You're struggling. You're facing your demons. You're humbling yourself. You deal with your shit. It's almost like someone's been in a facade, like they've been in some sort of an illusion, and they've not realized that they were in an illusion, and all the connections they've had with people around them are fucking fake. I mean, it's fake. You want to title this message, it would be fake. Someone's realizing that the people in their environment are just a whole bunch of like NPCs, or they're just a whole bunch of fakes, that they're not actually doing any real work here, but that you are. It's almost like you're like the, what do you call that? Like the illusion slasher. You've come in and you're just like, whew. I see somebody taking, you know when people run marathons? Why am I saying that? Could have something to do with that here. Confirmation for somebody, something to do with running marathons. You know, people run marathons and they have the ribbon and you run through the ribbon. That's you. You're the one that ran through the ribbon. Or they cut a ribbon when they open a store for the first time. It's like the grand opening. You are the grand opening of somebody's. Do you see how bright it's getting now? It's like the clouds moved away and the sun came back through again. It did it in Aries message too. This is you. You're the grand opening to somebody's illusion. Yeah, y'all haven't spoken or something, or they don't know how to get this out. It gets them choked up. Like you're showing people how the fuck it's done. You actually lead. You're a leader. You're a true leader. You're not some sort of illusionist. You're not a fake. You live the truth. You don't just speak the words, I love God. You live it. You prove it. And you love yourself because you understand that God is in here. First, you go through God by going through here. Or you reach God, rather, by going through here. It's almost like someone's having a massive awakening because of you. That's amazing. Wow. If you had to go through absolute hell in life for that to be what you're able to accomplish with people, I would say that's a pretty massive accomplishment. That through all of the painful things that you've experienced in your life and through every hard lesson, this reminds me a lot of Aries message, but I'm not surprised. They're always somehow connected, at least on my channel. That you live your truth. You don't just say it. You live it. And it causes other people to kind of wake up and like address themselves, whereas they haven't really been. May even be people who like deem themselves as really good people because maybe they have charities or they donate or they do this and that, and you know, I don't know, it just seems very shallow and 3D and earthbound, where yours digs into the soul of someone. It digs into who they are, not what they can do. But who are you? Who? It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. Is that the caterpillars like, who are you? Who are you? I'm seeing smoke circles go up in the air. Who are you? You know something I saw the other day, and I was like, ooh, that's a massive spiritual message right there. It's getting bright again, so this is confirmation. You guys ever seen Beauty and the Beast? I'm talking about the cartoon. You ever seen the cartoon, the original Beauty and the Beast? Do you remember the scene where it's near the end of the movie and all the people are coming against the beast, right? Everybody's coming against the big old bad beast and all this, and Gaston's there to save the day, and everybody's like, yeah, he's a monster, he's this and that. I think you would be the beast in this situation. This person would be like Belle, right? Do you remember the part where she's like standing outside and she's looking at the mirror? She's like, but he's my friend. And she's got the mirror, right? Oh, I got chills. She holds the mirror to herself first, and then she goes, look! And I got chills. Wow. And she's showing the crowd the beast in the mirror. But what I take from that if we go a step further, and I know you guys can with me, what if the reason they were all like, wasn't because they were actually seeing the beast in the mirror, but the beast within them? That all these people who wouldn't dare like somebody like you, who would judge you so easily, who would be like, yeah, you definitely wouldn't fit into our society, like, ugh. You know what I mean? Are actually monsters themselves. All the people who've been pointing fingers at you and saying you're this and you're that and making fun of you and having a little laugh. Painting images and creating narratives about you that when the mirror turns on them and somebody who finally stands up for you, who sees who you really are. Maybe they didn't at first, because Belle did not in the beginning. But then they show people them fucking selves and they're like, but of course they don't get that because they're not ready to wake up, because most people won't. Most people won't have awakenings. So they don't wake up and they think they're actually just seeing the beast, when actually they're seeing a fucking reflection of the shit inside of them. You're seeing yourself, homie. You're not seeing the beast. Because if you saw the beast, you'd realize who the beast really was before the world turned him into that. Wow. Damn. I think that your very existence in someone's life, let's say it's Belle's life, whoever Belle is to you. It could be a man even. A man or a woman, doesn't matter. Someone, I think they love you. I think it's a romantic connection. Your existence in this person's life now is not favored at all by the people in their environment. They don't accept you. But it's not really about if they accept you or not, is it? Because this person's going to stand up for you. If not, they're doing it right now. They've already done it. That's why I'm getting the energy. Someone's standing up for you and showing people the nastiness in their very own selves. The people who are so quick to cast stones on you, throw stones at you, are the same people who are now having to address the demons and the little beast inside of them. And they're doing it because Belle is showing them their wicked ways. Belle, the person who loves you, who probably didn't stand up for you at first. May have even started to believe these people and see only their perspective until this person spent a little time with you and got to know you. And it doesn't have to be one-on-one. This person could have spent time with you or on you by watching you online, by seeing what you post and who you are and what you do and what you stand for. You see what I'm saying? So this person stands up to these people and shows them their own reflection somehow. And these people are having rude awakenings because of you. Damn. You're not the beast that people have painted you to be. It doesn't mean that you don't have an aggressive nature at times. It doesn't mean that you don't have a side that is very zero tolerance, that will cut a bitch if they fuck with you. No. But there's reasons that you are the way you are now. And it takes a special kind of person to be patient and really see what and who you truly are. And that you have the biggest heart and you love. Someone's fallen in love with you. They have fallen deeply in love with you. And no amount of what anyone tries to make them believe about you is going to work. In fact, the more that they've done that, the more it's made someone love you more and see you for who you truly are. And I think they're getting angry at these people now for coming at you the way they've come at you, or for trying to harm you in some way, because they were trying to harm the beast in that movie. In every way. Short of killing the person, you know what I'm saying? Short of killing you, killing the, you know, killing your spirit, killing your soul, killing everything that you stand for, you know, killing the way other people view you so that you have nothing. Nothing. So that you want to die. It's like somebody's not going to let people bully you. They're not going to let people hurt you. because they know why you are the way you are now. They see it. And they are in love with you for it. And I think that when they show the people around them, I think it's more than one person, you know, who they truly are and how nasty they've been and judgmental against you. I don't think half of them are going to get it. I think this is people who will be losing people in their environment. They're going to be losing friends, family members. They could even have a partner currently that it's ending with because maybe they thought this person was kind and genuine and really, you know, they've only seen everything this person's done, but now they're starting to see who this person really is at their core, and that they've not really done any work on themselves, and that they refuse to see the ugliness in their own heart, but it's easy to point out something about you. Like, they're going to have to cut people off. But I don't think it's going to hurt them, because I think they're going to realize that these are people that they don't really know who they are anyway. They're just playing some sort of character role in this life. They just have a bunch of labels. They just have a whole bunch of identities here. They don't know who they are. And they're not willing to face it, because even when he shows or she shows, whoever this Bell individual is, he or she, whenever the person who's fallen in love with you shows these people their reflection in the mirror, shows them who they truly are, they're still only going to see that you're a beast. They're going to think that you got in this person's head. They're going to say, oh, well, she or he, Aquarius or Aquarius Crosswatcher, the beast, right? Oh, they've just convinced you that it's us. Blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's a fucking mirror. You're looking in a reflection, bitch. You're seeing you. The reason Belle could look at the mirror and see the beast is because she is humble. She or he, whoever's fallen in love with you, this person, the reason that they can see the beast in the mirror is not because it's a two-way looking magic mirror. No, that's a fucking fairy tale. It's because they see it in themselves. They're like, well, I'm sitting here judging the beast, you, right? I'm sitting there judging, but I've got some ugly sides too. You know? Because they're willing to wake up. They're ready. This is someone who's ready. The person who's in love with you, they're ready to ascend. This is why they're able to see it. It comes to you when you're ready. But these other people are not ready. They're very much in the 3D and they're staying there. So they're not going to wake up. They're not going to see. They are going to think that the reason this person is cutting off connections with them and that the reason this person is the way they are now and seeing things the way they are now is because they're somehow brainwashed by you. But it's like, this person's not going to waste their breath. Like, they're going to see it. Wow. I'm going to leave this here. This is probably my favorite message I've ever done. Like, I see it so clearly now. I hope that I didn't lose any of you guys. Like, I hope that you're getting where I'm going with this, but this is what I'm getting. I have chills. Like, I am freezing. And I mean, maybe it's because my clothes are still a little bit damp, but I think it's spiritual. I think it's because I feel you. Just as this person feels you. And they see what you are and who you are now. And it was only by facing the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. It was only by facing their own dark sides. Their own beasts. Just as you've had to do. You're not the only beast on this planet. We're all beasts. And we don't discover our true self by shining the mirror on everyone else. We have to face who we are and take responsibility and accountability for who we are. We have to. And the way that we've allowed things to transform us and harden us and allowed things to make us do certain things, you know what I'm saying? You've been willing to do that. You've even had to isolate yourself from people. Like, you're very much alone, I would say. Or you feel that you're alone. But there's other people like you on this planet. We're just very spread out. You know why I say that? Because the beast and the beauty and the beast is alone. But very much the beast surroundings are magical. And all the energies and the entities around this beast, like Mrs. Potts and the candlestick and the wardrobe, they know how this beast really is. You know, I would say these are your ancestors and your guides, guardians, angels, like whatever you believe in. These are those energies, God even. Like, we know who the beast really is in Aquarius or Crosswatcher. We know. And we've pulled the beast, you, away from society so that you could go through your dark night. But it's hard when you're there. It's like, is this what I came here for? Is it, you know, maybe even got resentful against God sometimes, or even spirituality in general. Like, it's like a prison sometimes. It feels like a prison, right? and everybody else can just go live their fake fucking illusionist lives, and you're over here just doing the only work. Like, you're actually doing the spiritual work. You're actually doing it. It's fucking lonely. It's like Daniel in the lion's den. Like, lonely. And maybe you feel like every day is just basically trying to look over your back, like you're like the enemy of the state, because everyone's just full of entities and spirits, and they don't even realize it, how many spiritual attachments that they have. And you're over here just praying that God shuts the mouths of the lions so they can't devour you every single day. You know, usually like people in the military, they take turns because there's more than one of them. So like while one is sleeping, another one will be awake watching out. You don't have a watchdog. You don't have somebody who's watching out. Except for you do, but they're not here in the physical. Your military is a spiritual team. They're not sleeping. They never sleep. And you know this, but it's fucking hard, you know, when you're in the physical and you're here and you really ain't got nobody, or very fucking few. But the majority, you ain't really got nobody. That's hard. And it'll harden your ass. It'll make you very hard. It'll make you come off like a beast, like an asshole, like a bitch, like a cunt, like a dick. Because, well, if you weren't, you already know. You've lived long enough and you've experienced enough to realize that most people are not aware of who they are. They're playing a role. And because of this, they're easily susceptible to spiritual attachments. And you already know you got spiritual entities that are against you, trying to stop the work that you came here to do, to enlighten the planet. And they will attach to these people, and it would be easy for them to attach to these people, even if these people think they're like Christian or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they're playing a role. They haven't actually done the work. They don't even know who they are. You've had to stay away. Well, whoever this Bell, again, I know I said I would go, but whoever this Bell individual is that's fallen in love with you, man or woman, they're having a real awakening now. And you know when you first go through your awakenings, you try to wake up everyone around you? That's what they're trying to do right now. That's why you haven't heard from someone. It's because they're trying to wake someone maybe, or other people up, trying to convince them you're a good person. But the more they try to do that, the more these people don't see. And I think someone's realizing you can't force other people to wake up. They're in a lot of pain, this Bell individual, this one who's in love with you, this man or woman, because not only are they realizing that, like, who they really are and who they've been on this planet, but they're realizing that they're losing people that they thought, like, all their illusions are being shattered, basically. They're losing all these people. And why that doesn't hit you hard to hear is because you've already done that before. You've already been losing family, friends, all of it. It's part of the process. Well, they don't know this. I mean, they're aware of it now, but they didn't know this. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.